Dear Cheri, can you talk about the advantages of growing cannabis from a seed versus growing from a clone, if there are any advantages or disadvantages? Thank you. That's a great question. I brought Cannabis Cheri's grow editor, Mitch Mandel, to join me on this question as he has a lot more grow knowledge than I do. I've grown a little bit, but he's grown a whole lot. So thanks for joining me, Mitch.
Thanks for having me.
Before we get to the answer, I just want to remind everybody, hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell because we try to upload new videos every Wednesday. And hit that like button too if you get value out of our videos because it helps us be seen in YouTube's algorithms.
Right.
Okay, let's discuss growing cannabis from seeds versus growing cannabis from clones.
Okay. Growing from a seed is you get the seed from a seed bank or from a bag of weed. You get the seed from somewhere, you plant it in the soil, you water it, and it grows.
Okay.
A clone is a clipping taken from another plant that you then root. You create some roots for it. You put that in the soil, and that grows a plant on its own as well.
Okay. So there's advantages and disadvantages to both ways. So let's start with seeds because I think unless you know somebody that's already growing cannabis, you may not have a choice but to start from seeds. So that's accessible to everyone.
You just came up with the first advantage.
Okay, accessible to everyone.
Right.
All right.
Seeds are easy to get. You can get them from a seed bank, or you can get them from a bag of weed. You can get them from a friend. You can just get there are seeds out there.
Seeds happen. They're around.
Seeds happen.
You may find some. If you find some in a bag of weed that you particularly like, you're going to want to save those.
Right. However, growing from a seed, you're not going to be certain you're going to get a female plant. And with a female plant is where you get the buds.
Okay.
So if you 100% you want to get a female plant, you can buy feminized seeds, which those are out there.
Okay.
Or you can plant a bunch of plants and get rid of the males as they start to grow. But for a beginner, that's just not advantageous.
Okay.
It's not practical to grow 4 or 5 plants, maybe this tall, and see whether they're going to be male or female. So with a seed, if you get feminized seeds, you're going to get a female plant, so that's an advantage. And they're much more accessible than a clone.
Okay. And there's it's easier to get a variety if you like certain strains.
Right.
I think that's an advantage of seeds too because you can order seeds in the strain that you want.
Right. If you want Bubba Kush, or if you want Purple Haze, or you want Northern Lights, or you want AK-47, you can buy that seed.
So, and it may or may not be easy to source a clone of the exact strain you want.
Right.
But you never know. Okay, so clones, let's talk about the advantages of clones because there are some advantages there.
The advantages with a clone is if you're already growing, or if you have a friend or someone you know that is growing, and they have a great plant or a great strain that they like, that you like, and you know this plant is robust, it grows well, has good genetics, you can take a small clipping from that, you root it in a rooting cube, and then you plant that, and you know you're going to get exactly what that other plant before it was, the exact same thing.
Because it's a clone, you know you're going to get a girl, and you know it's going to have the same characteristics that the mother had.
If the other plant was big and robust, the clone you have is going to become big and robust as well.
Okay, so that's definitely an advantage. There's less surprises in what you're going to get with the clone. But
the other advantage is if you're going to grow multiple plants, you can take multiple clippings, and it's easy to root multiple clones, and then you have 3 or 4 plants that are going to be identical, that will require the same nutrients, require the same care. Although they're 4 different plants and they're clones, they're going to be very similar genetically in how they function,
how they respond, and how you would care for them. Right. That's a good point.
Personally,
too.
I like growing from clones because I know what I'm going to get. Seeds, there's a little bit more of a toss-up.
Okay.
A little bit more of a question.
But you can get quality seeds, although be aware they're not cheap. Seeds can be quite pricey.
That's the other advantage of clones. And sometimes dispensaries have clones and you can buy them too, and they can be a little pricey as well. But if you
If you're just sharing with a friend, it can be
right.
free. You know?
So right, if you're just getting from a friend's plant or from a plant you previously had, they're free.
Okay, so that's a big advantage to clones if you're tight on cash too.
Right.
Okay, that's great. That gave us a lot to think about. I just want to put in a quick pitch before we leave, though, unless you have anything to add to that.
No, I think that's it.
We really love the grow kits from the budgrower.com. Whether you're growing from seeds or from clones, they include everything you need, even to, to sprout your seeds and get your plants going. So I'm going to put a coupon code for them down below and links to some other videos that we've done on complete grow kits. So if you're just getting going, this complete kit has everything you need.
One thing I want to say about the Bud Grower Kit is, yes, it is everything you need except the seed or the clone.
Okay, yeah, good point. You still need a seed or a clone
Right.
to add to it, but everything else you need to grow from getting your plant going to harvest is included in that kit. All right, that was great. That gave us a lot to think about. Thank you so much, and we will see you all next time.
Bye-bye.